Hi and welcome. I wanted to share with you our strategy sessions, our planning, our training. I thought, well, I got to make this a little bit simpler. So how do I share the kind of services we have to offer to you? So I decided to put them into two buckets. We've got planning services for social media and we have training services for social media. You may wonder what I'm doing with my hand over here. I've got one of my helpers in the office today. So planning services, what do we do for planning services? Well, we have a few different planning services. One is your digital marketing audits. Those are immediate action plans. I end up giving you back a report, and in that report it's just about 3 pages. I compare you to 2 or 3 competitors of yours that you tell me you'd like to be compared to, or I find them for you, and I give you some action plans on what you should be doing on each platform and what you should be doing on your website. So that's kind of immediate, and you could end with just that if you wanted some help. Next one is where we come in and we perform a half-day strategic planning session with you, and I have a 9-step process that I take my clients through, and we would take you through that. The outcome is that we leave you with a calendar that's filled in that indicates exactly what your plans are. You get your team involved, it gives you some sanity, it's a realistic plan, where you're going to get your content from, how you're going to sustain this, and how are you going to measure success. So we can do that planning session. Traditionally, the planning sessions have been half days. Quarterly health checks. Based on the planning session and strategy session that we've done, we actually implement either face-to-face or through webinars quarterly health checks. Basically, I look at what you've done in the last quarter since our strategy session. I give you next steps, some tips, and it kind of motivates you to stay on track. I feel like I'm someone's watchdog when I do that. So that's all in the planning area. But we also have training buckets. In the training bucket for the services we offer it from just platform workshops where I come in and I offer a platform workshop or a strategic workshop for your members or your staff, or for a conference, and that could be from an hour to 3 hours generally. We also have webinars that you could have for your members. I do quarterly webinars for some clients for their staff that's located across the country, and I also do across a few countries actually in some cases, and we also do monthly webinars for others who need the help. So it depends on what your business model is and where your staff is or your members are. And then we also do one-on-one coaching for classes. So we'll come in and you'll indicate, well, we really need help for social media on these platforms. I take a look at what you're doing. I say, well, I suggest you're going to need this. Great, come on in. This is the staff you're going to train. We also have certification courses, and in that, it's actual classes that I create, and there's grants that cover these courses in many cases. So these full digital marketing courses, I'll come in and we usually start with the strategy session for a half a day, and then these classes are normally half-day classes, and they range from 3 weeks to 6 weeks to 12 weeks, once a week. And we come in, and by the end of it you end up with a certification from myself that you've completed this course. And as I said, in many cases the Ontario Jobs Grant, Skills Grant, I said that a few times, will actually cover much of the course costs, which is kind of cool. And finally, our video tutorials. So if you are a person who has taken one of my extended classes, you'll have access to my video tutorials for a year during and after your class. Also, if you happen to be an Insider Club member with me, you'll have access to the video tutorials. There's over 70 video tutorials. Or if you're a chamber who would like to give your members unlimited access to the video tutorials, they also have access, and there's quite a few members across Ontario who are leveraging that benefit that their chamber has given them, where their chamber is letting them access the video tutorials. So that's pretty cool. And the outcome of all of my classes has been increased revenues and decreased costs. Decreased costs in outsourcing their social media, increased revenues because they're really targeting the trust value and return on investment. For my digital marketing courses, they're customized. I go on site. First thing we always do is start with the strategy session and create your content calendar and decide who in the staff is going to be accountable. We train them how to collect content right there and then on site. So it's pretty exciting. And in this case, this was a 6-week course right on site. And I was delighted to go back and talk with Central Smith after a couple months after the course finished. They said that their revenue was up daily consistently by a large percentage, and I was just thrilled with the impact. This course that we did with this denturist was 12 weeks long. They had a little bit more of live streaming that they wanted to do, a little bit more behind the scenes that they wanted to do, so there was a lot of on-site training that we did, and in both cases they received certificate of completion and then access, of course, to the video tutorials for a year following your course. So I love giving those courses. Probably what I do 50% of my time is giving these courses, so it's pretty exciting. There's 3 types of access to my video tutorials now. Basically, when you go to my website, sophiandrell.com, you can click on Coffee Break Learning video tutorial page, and you can see there's 3 types of access. Recent students. So if you are one of the people who have my certification through being a recent student, you click there, and it's going to ask you for your password. I've given you a password, or it's on the book that I've given you, and you'll be able to access it through the book password that's right there. You'll have unlimited access to the video tutorials. Or if you're an insider member, because you're not part of an association who has given you unlimited access to the video tutorials, it's just $175. You click on subscribe here, and you're able to then have access to all of the video tutorials. And of course, if you happen to be a membership organization and you'd like to give your members unlimited access to it, you can do that. Click here for details. It's a modest subscription fee for your organization, and then it's free, unlimited to your members. You can say, well, how do they even get free, unlimited access? Well, if you look at the Peterborough Chamber of Commerce, for example, or Milton Chamber of Commerce, or Thunder Bay, or Trent Hills, and I can go on and on. What they've done is they've put it behind their members only section, and when you go there, you'll find all, as a member, you log in with your password, you'll find all of the videos that we have in the video tutorial system. So it's pretty cool, and you can go down to that section. All the videos that are there are in that section. So, oh, there's only 5. Well, that's not true. You click on next and it'll take you to the next 5. Click on next, it'll take you to the next 5. So what we've done is we're about to add a checklist for free. You have access to the checklist, everybody does. And in that checklist, it shows you all of the videos that are in the system. So the video checklist is meant for you to take that checklist and print it. You can see all the ones that are already in there for Facebook. And then we've got all the ones that are already in there for Twitter, Twitter Basic, Twitter Advanced, and then we have all the ones that are in there for SEO and Google, and then we have all the ones that are in there for Instagram and the ones that are being currently added for Instagram. Those people that are chambers or other membership associations who have purchased access to my video tutorials for all of their members, what we do there is I offer them quarterly webinars so that their members will see what's in the video tutorial system, and in that webinar I'll expand on a certain topic. We've done quite a few on LinkedIn, quite a few on your calendar, how to manage your calendar, how to manage your sanity, how to create your strategy. We've done quite a few on, as I said, on LinkedIn, specifically on how you can now upload a video to LinkedIn. It's very powerful. Or how you create your articles are on LinkedIn, or how you grow your LinkedIn company page. So those are pretty powerful. On Facebook, we've done quite a few on Facebook. Has allowed you now to do some things that are a little bit different in your targeting. When you post on your business Facebook page, it suppresses it. It doesn't go out to all those people that like your page. You really need to understand how to target on Facebook to meet your target market, and it is very effective when you figure it out. And we have webinars that we've been doing. We really show them on how to leverage Facebook properly to really get targeted results. It's all about getting targeted results, decreasing your budget on marketing and increasing your revenues. That's what I'm all about. And then Twitter, there's going to be a lot of changes to Twitter in 2018, so we're going to stay on top of that for you, how to leverage Twitter. And then SEO basics and Google basics. I do expect you to understand the fundamentals. If you're going to run a business, you need to understand the fundamentals of what a keyword is and why that's important, and why it's important to understand people you're working with or yourself to know if they know how to get you found on Google. So just some fundamentals there. And then Instagram, of course. Instagram is a lot of fun. It's become a fabulous business tool. And thank you for taking some of my courses or becoming a partner who's offering unlimited access to my video tutorials to their members, which include quarterly webinars, or thank you for becoming an Insider Club member with me, which include all my video tutorials as well as monthly webinars.